Hello and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. Last time we set out into the Emerald Vale, the area outside of Edgewater, in search of Adelaide and her camp of deserters, excuse me. Nothing terribly exciting happened last time. We mostly just fought marauders and found a few terminal entries and notes that gave us an idea of what happened here. But now we're just about at Adelaide's camp, so let's get going.
Okay, gone quiet.
Ooh, what a way to start a video. Died right away. Jeez. Sorry, I'm still getting used to playing FPS on PC. I'm unfortunately coming from console. Haven't had the opportunity to play anything on PC until just now. Oh, completely missed.
Rise up. Nice one.
This gun is doing much better than my little pistol. Oh no, Parvati!
Everyone all right?
Alright, that was way easier. Didn't even take any damage that time. Okay. There it is, getting close. The botanical lab.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Adelaide. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Trouble with marauders?
You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Upbeat, a little strange, loves Rizos. Yeah, I met Zoe. She was in a marauder camp.
Thank the Eternal. Wait, marauder camp? Is she all right?
You mean in the head, or...
Zoe's family. Chiding her is our purview, not yours. If you could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged.
I've got questions about Zoe.
I'll tell you what I can.
How well do you know her?
Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
This is rude. I'm not going to say it. Let's change the subject.
What is it?
And by change the subject, I mean leave the conversation. I'll leave you be. Alright, we'll talk to this Stefan guy before we go back and get her. But before that, I just leveled up. Or got a promotion, as they say. 10 points. Oh, and I have a perk as well. That's nice. What do I need? I'm sure I could use some damage after that last fight went so terribly. Oh, it just gives crit chance though. Do I need anything else? Oh, at level 40, I get a chance of extracting mods, so I should probably put some into that. We'll go half and half. Okay. Time dilation, location hits. You have unlocked location hit effect for tactical time dilation. Hitting enemies at different locations during TTD maims or cripples those body parts. Try different locations to see the different effects. Hits to the chest produce different effects when using different weapons. Interesting. Okay. That's nice. Perks. There was another TTD perk somewhere. Here it is. Recharge rate. Walk speed, sprint speed, those would be nice. I think I have to get 5 from tier 1 to move on to tier 2, so I'll probably get walk speed and sprint speed. Yeah, 5 from that. That's not going to happen. Nothing else really useful. Well, we'll figure that out later when we get to it. For now, quick and the dead. Okay. All right. check out the rest of this town before talking to Adelaide. No one in here. I don't want to steal their stuff. There are notes. Nope. So just folders or something. Guy's sitting on the porch. Oh, it's Stefan. Wanted to talk to him anyway.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too.
Mmm.
Something I can help you with?
Juicy. I'm told one of your numbers gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
Tell me a little about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this cereal. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
What happened on the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found.
Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper.
Oh, how convenient.
She
We can
called
read
it
them.
journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Any chance you can lend me that copy of The Masked Marketeer?
Not much of a chance, no. Mind if I ask why you're interested?
Zoe's living with marauders nearby. I need something to tempt her back to camp.
Zoe's living with marauders? Yeah, that sounds like the sort of sideways, sprat-brained plan Zoe'd come up with. Yeah, could be you're telling the truth. Or maybe you're trying to wheedle me into relinquishing my only copy of The Masked Marketeer.
Definitely.
It's a collector's edition after all.
Look at my face. Do I look like I give a damn about your show?
Yeah, you're probably right. A true fan would have displayed a gleam in their eye upon hearing the words collector's edition. Here you go. Latest copy of The Masked Marketeer. Tell Zoe we're all waiting on her.
What are you selling?
Fresh off the limb. And that includes canid meat.
Gross. More interested in... Oh. Fiber. It's a unique weapon. What does mine do? Oh, it doesn't show because it's equipped. Oh well. It's probably decent. Let's remember 77 and 5 magazine size. Oh, 77 and 192 for DPS. 77 and 192. You have anything I need right now? How much does that cost? That's a lot of bits. Okay. 77, 192. Quite a bit more damage and DPS than pistol I have already. So I might want to get that if I can afford it later on. Who are you? Deserter.
If
Oh,
you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
thanks. Looks like Stefan's warehouse or something. Okay. Is that owned? Yeah, it's owned. I won't steal it. Ah. What's this? Zoe's journal, page 22. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today is the day you take your destiny into your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the marauder threat. Bandits of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out in the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires. Probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me. Living a life of comfort and ease. Yeah, right. Free of any rules. I bet they could take the whole region if they were organized. They're not gonna get organized. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of salt tuna. Should last me a couple weeks if I ration. Got some adrenatime too. Everybody loves adrenatime. Even marauders, right? I've got odds those marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple of syringes of adrenatime before their eyes. This is gonna be great. Look out, Terra 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm gonna have a whole gang of marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some rezos. Here's another note. Zoe's journal, page 12. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery. No more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams, and would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake, because I've always hated that cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back to this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh wow, I did hate the Vale once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and grabbed a little too much adrenatime. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of adrenatime, and suddenly you're committing larceny. Here's another one tucked under the rug. Zoe's journal, page 18. Good news, I'm still alive, starting to feel a little better too. There's a group of deserters living out in the old botanical labs. They found a way to grow some food. Or something that passes for food anyway. Adelaide boiled a pot of something green and leafy and told me to drink it twice a day for my symptoms, I suppose. Tastes atrocious, but I've been feeling better. It's nice to be away from the cannery. The labs have just enough power to run an aetherwave, so I've been catching up on my serial dramas. Masked Marketeer. What would I do without you? Go crazy, most likely. Crack up. Crack up, murder all my neighbors, and run screaming into the hills like some wild marauder. I don't know. That doesn't sound too bad. I could see myself leading a cadre of marauders, a band of bandits. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Band of bandits? What would we call ourselves? The Formidable 14, the 100 Hooligans featuring Zoe, Bandit Queen. So I guess Adelaide has been using the botanical lab to grow medicine. Sounds much better than what the town of Edgewater does. And they're just living off the land. Why would I want to shut this place down? Very nice. Looks like Adelaide knows what she's doing. Gold teeth. There was something about that before. Someone had gold teeth. I don't remember. Personal files. Is anyone looking? Can I hack this?
Oh
No.
gosh, it's so pretty.
Right? Okay, no one's looking. First entry. May the Eternal bless my first endeavor. It's been 2 days since I walked away from life at the Edgewater Cannery. Fortuitously, the old botanical labs are still operational, mostly. The soil's sour. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to need some powerful fertilizer. Tired of having the taste of saltuna lingering on my tongue day in, day out. I want something fresh, something that grows out the earth. Last entry. We found another worker from Edgewater, ex-worker now. Desertion rates must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in a sorry state. Fever, shallow breathing, delirious. Must have been plagued. I set him right with a diet of greens. He was all better in a couple weeks. Physically, spiritually, he's one of our flock now. Experimental notes. First entry. I am hereby repurposing the botanical lab from its original conception as a gear in the soulless automaton of the corporate machine. This greenhouse may look impressive, but like all Spacer's Choice products, it's cheap and unreliable. I shall have to make some repairs with my own 2 hands. This place shall become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understand the horticulturalists failed to produce a single viable crop. Wow. No wonder they abandoned it. Something about the soil being too poor. I am determined to find a way. May the Eternal smile upon my endeavors. Last entry. Flora are living things, as sensitive to their environment as any breathing, thinking body. I contended that the crops in this region failed because the corporate scientists tending to them are cold, heartless, inhumane people acting on behalf of a sterile and inhumane power. One cannot expect your crops to flush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. The soil is sour, it's true. I don't know quite how to explain that. I am sure the scienticians, is that even a word? I am sure the scienticians will say something about biology or the carbon cycle, but I can conclude after months of my own experimentation that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural fertilizer bursting with organic materials, just as nature intended. Starting to like Adelaide more and more. Alright, let's go find her. There she is. Nice place.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
So kind and welcoming. You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Gross. Looks like you've made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
I don't like either of these choices. It's obvious why she left her old home, and that's just rude. I guess I'll pick the first one. Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
I'll probably pick this one, but let's see. Something about coming back to town or losing power. I wasn't really listening.
I can't say I blame you. Reed is positively soporific. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned.
Yep.
I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
I didn't. Your camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be.
That's a good idea.
If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
Liberating them, even if it means their deaths. That's fine by me. Because death is better than living in that place. I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
And by I'll consider it, I of course mean that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because the other option would be to shut off this beautiful place. I'm not doing that. Oh, I just left that door open. It's not very nice. Let's go back and close it. Because I like this place. Okay, what's over here?
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Uh-oh. Someone had a crush. What's this? Those apples look like pumpkins. Oh, mock apple. Oh. I didn't notice this before. Well, hello there, Thomas.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, how are you? Hi. Hello.
So awkward.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
You mentioned 2 pads. What about the third?
I wish I knew. I wager the town had the full set once upon a time. Where the third's gone, I can't say.
I'll let you know if I find anything.
Would you? I'd be grateful.
I want to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
You say you pretended to be an engineer. How have you been able to get away with this?
Luck, mostly. Nothing's needed serious repairing yet. Nothing's broken down that we can't just replace with something scavenged from the outskirts. Oh, I can swap out a water filter or charge up a battery and go on pretending I know what I'm doing, but the moment I'm asked to do any real engineering, I'm in trouble.
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
Oh.
You could stay, you know. Here, I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... oh, this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
I should go. Over here. Oh, what's this way? What is this? Map. Huh. That would actually be helpful. Okay, maybe I'll go that way. Oh, there's mines. That was close. Wow, right in front of me. Okay. Come back that way in a minute. Let's see what else there is. Oh, there's their power regulator. Hello. Okay. That's a lot of mines, though. And I think they have those set up so they can protect themselves. So I'm gonna leave those there and just go the long way through the marauders. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to go find Zoe. Let's do that. I missed these before.
Oh, clever.
Got that. Okay. There you are. Go home, you dummy.
What I wouldn't do for a Wentworth.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
Stefan told me about your favorite cereal.
So you tracked me down just to gab about the mass marketeer? I am impressed.
Not exactly. I've got it here. Yours if you promise to go back.
You actually have it? The episode where Lord Cavendish reveals he's been the mass marketeer all along? All right, you convinced me. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Take care. Okay. To the geothermal power plant. What's this? Huh. Oh no! Oh. I guess I'll be going to sell stuff first. Gotta put that back. Can I put that back? No, I just have to drop it. Oh, it's pristine though. It sells for more money. What is inexpensive? 75, 38, 6.3. Okay, I'm gonna drop that. Oh, break down actually. Cute. Good, yeah. Okay. Yep, sell stuff here. Oh yeah, I had a quest to finish there. I'll do that on the way back.
Had your rations yet?
Yep. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
They both sound disgusting. Let me see what you're
Music
selling.
to my ears.
I don't think I need any of this. So. Oh, you know what? Yeah, if I equip that, I can get better prices. So I want to keep this. Oh, I should repair this. Ooh. Maybe I should break down more of this stuff. I want to keep that for sentimental value. I'll store it somewhere. Wait. Oh. That's the same. I can just swap these. There we go. I'll break things down later when I get mods for it. Sell the rest of these for now. So I had a 3% discount.
Work your jaw on some Spacer's Chaw.
Let's see what discount I have now.
Music to my ears.
Still 3%. It wasn't big enough. Okay, oh well. I want to keep that. The rest can go. Oh no! Is there an undo? Oh, I have to buy it back. You don't have it, do— oh, here it is. Yes. Okay. Tech skills, that could be useful. It only weighs 1 pound. Oh, but my armor has tech skills already. Oh well. There's a sell junk button. Let's see what we have. Yeah, I guess this is... all worthless, so hold the... okay. Oh, 1200 bits. Not bad. Weapon parts, armor parts, mag pick, bypass shunts. I never want to sell any of that stuff. Mods. I'll come back to that another time when I have better armor. Oh, I don't need like any of this stuff. Okay, I just need to keep Adreno. Okay. Sell. Critical damage, headshot, weak spot damage. Nah. Dehydrated water tablets. It's ridiculous. What's that do? Movement speed. Melee weapon attack speed. No. And you get a crash after it. So, no thanks. Cigarettes. Corona brand cigarettes. Yep, don't need any consumables except for Adreno. Okay. 1300 now. Not bad. Alright, let's go. Oh, put that back on. Region. There we go. Fast travel here. Oh, that music. marauders. What killed them?
That beat for me.
Odd.
Dang, that's impressive.
Combat drone. Huh. Incident. What happened here? Guess we'll find out from my notepad. Scorched Journal. After sneaking parts out of the industrial sector for a couple of days, I think I finally have everything I need to build my own flying death machine. Oh, great. However, upon closer inspection, I'm not entirely sure all of these components will fit together properly. It's not like the board would build their mechanicals with custom tooled parts, right? Everything would have to be modular for all these mechanicals to run efficiently. I'll tool around with things for a bit and see what I can put together. After a few hours of experimentation, things are starting to come together, but I still don't have it down to an exact science. For instance, there's something wrong with the memory processing core that I can't seem to sort out. When I tried to install it, the unit made a loud buzzing sound and refused to respond to any feedback. I removed it, whacked it with a wrench a few times, and that seemed to stop the buzzing. Things seemed like they were working for a few seconds after I installed it again, but now there's a sharp clicking noise every few seconds, and the damn thing's right stabilizer won't stop twitching. I'll try to remove the processing core again and give it a few more good whacks. That'll learn it. Okay, this guy should probably not be building a flying death machine. And looks like it didn't turn out too well. How do these marauders die though? That door was locked. Very strange. So I think down that way. I think down that way is, yeah, that's the area we died, so we'll go through there later. Turning right, we'll get to the geothermal plants. Let's go right. wildlife out there. I don't want to alert them to our presence. Leave them be. That doesn't look good. Combat drone.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
Looks like this is going to be difficult to get into.
Security patrol
Uh-oh.
initiated.
They're starting to see us.
Search concluded. No dissidents found.
Okay. He's backing off. And we will fight our way into this facility next time. Thank you for watching.